Thank you very much.
And we're just considering the few hours remaining before the people of Ol Kalou go to the polls in this much anticipated by-election. And we've had a story, the former deputy president, the party leader of DCP, which is one of the participants in the poll. There are 9 candidates. I know, there are 9 candidates in Ol Kalou, but we keep talking about probably 2 or 3. But either way, there are 9 candidates on the ballot tomorrow. It's claims of rigging, claims of voter bribery, threats by the IEBC chairperson to even delay or postpone the election because of all this malpractice. Everything that we were hoping not to see in and around an election or a by-election, we're witnessing now. And it's only hours away. The level of violence is increasing. And we're just wondering, are we doing the right thing going into these polls this way?
Well, thank you very much. The enfranchisement rights of every Kenyan, the right to vote, is entrenched in the Constitution. You can't take that away from the Kenyan people. Against that, we have politicians that are entrenched into this political paradigm of the extension of their stay in power. And very unfortunately, what is happening now is a replication of exactly to the T happened in the period preceding the 2007 electoral period. If you look at the Kriegler-Wacke report, specifically if you look at page 2 delineates word for word what is happening. Mm-hmm. You have it at it?
Unfortunately, I don't.
It would be, and I would advise the IEBC commissioners and the secretariat to just burn the midnight oil going through that report once more. Everything that is delineated there about the ECK, the Electoral Commission of Kenya at that period, which was led by Honorable Kivuitu, it is exactly as happening. Everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E, F, that page 2, it is exactly as happening. Now, did we not learn any lessons from the year 2007 electoral period? Could you blame the Kenyan people for now going to Ol Kalou, an outlier, quote unquote, constituency, but whose significance is so dire to the political class that is in power today? It's the same thing. Because in 2007, the common denominator that happened then and is happening or exemplifying itself is William Ruto. By whichever metric, and from whichever angle that you look at this, you will see the same pattern going on. The decimation of the authority of the Electoral Commission, the use of state resources, that is what is stated there. That you have laws that are not enforced, and you have the Electoral Code of Conduct, which is not enforced. Look at section 26, for instance, of the Elections Act. It says that any person that is involved in the fundraising 8 months before the general election, or if it is an election like this now, a by-election, you stand disqualified. There is an honorable MP called Gekaria who openly stated that I've used 1.2 million in this by-election to bribe voters. Well, we saw that yesterday the ECK said that you are slapped with a fine of 2.5, and his lawyer says he doesn't show up. He doesn't have the courtesy to show up. And yet, the quasi-judicial powers of the Electoral Commission empower them over and above this recommendation they make to the DPP. You know, we want you to prosecute this person. You know, we would like to impose this fine. His lawyer, and he doesn't show up. His lawyer says, with respect to him, well, I would like a copy of these proceedings so that we can inform our clients of his rights in law. His rights in law, of course, but you're bribing voters. The 2007 post-election violence, and you are right, because I heard you say that 84% of the prediction by the this foreign NGO saying that there's an 84 point, is it 84 point something? 0.1% chance of the replication of the post-election violence happening. Look at what happened in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, just the other day. And we had BAMBA, who was barred by the ICC, convicted by the ICC, and then he was barred by the Electoral Commission of that country. And his supporters felt that our politician, the person who should be carrying our dream, is not on the ballot, and therefore there was violence. And the sad bit is that there was an outcome that, notwithstanding the violence, that was upheld. So going to the 2007 general election, what is happening now in Ol Kalou is very unsettling. Very unsettling because you cannot have these police officers who go to populate a mere constituency there. I mean, you have all these police officers, and the Inspector General of Police tells us we will have these police officers manning these polling stations, and we do have on standby the water cannons. Or, I mean, do you expect that in this by-election? Are you not creating an atmosphere of apprehension and fear among the electorate? Are you, according to the DCP's leader, saying that there are these schemes between the IEBC officials and the state or UDA officials? Are you telling us, in a nutshell, you in government and the Electoral Commission, that you have absolutely no faith in conducting a free and fair election in Ol Kalou, and that is why you're using these quote-unquote security forces as a backup? But they operate, they flip that argument. They operate to create this atmosphere of apprehension among the voters.
Do you suspect or anticipate voter suppression or a reduced voter turnout tomorrow?
Yes. On two scores.
Because of the security, enhanced security in the area?
On two scores. And I'll